they don't actually take out time to write down the why. So starting with the why will help them make sure that they are capturing that why, you see. So I'm starting with the why, and then the next step that I'm taking is I move to the who, you see. After moving to the who, I move to the what. After moving to the what, I move to the when. And last but not the least, the how. Now we all are progressively developing this concept together. What do you think it should be called? I'm thinking of calling it the 5 W's of value-driven user story. Like Karen Fomafung. What do you think? The 5 W's of value-driven user stories, which I'm going to explain in a bit through the presentation, but I would like to know what you think. If you have a better name to this approach, please drop it in the comment section. Let's have a conversation, send an email, let's discuss this together. I'm very curious to get your feedback on this new concept. Thank you very much. Please use that comment section and drop your thoughts on what you think we should name this concept, or we should name this template. So the why, the who, the what, the when, and the how. And now I'm gonna jump right into explain and do a presentation of my concept. All right, now let's go ahead and analyze these two different versions of writing user stories, or two different templates of user story writing. The very first one is the traditional user story writing template that we all, maybe most of us, are familiar with, which captures the who, it captures the what, and it captures the why. Now, I appreciate this. I have used this for many years. I've coached so many different people to adapt these templates to the way they currently do their or write their user stories. With this, the expectation using this template is for users to be able to capture the end user with the who. Starting from the who should reflect the end user, right? And then the what should capture what exactly the work is, or the ask, or the require. No, I don't want to call it requirements, or the functionality that is being requested, or what is being asked to be manufactured. And then the why should capture the justification behind the ask. You see, that is the intention of these current, or what I call traditional template of writing user stories. Now, the challenge that I see with this is most of the time helping teams, or being a Scrum Master or an Agile Coach, coaching teams to write better user stories. The gap that I see is they actually are aware of this template. They know about this template, but they are not using it. What they do is they will just go ahead and write the what. And with the what, it's not even going to sound as I want to. It's just going to say enrolling and instantly accessing impactful self-paced agile courses. You see, that is what it may say. The why would not even exist. The who would not even exist. That's a gap I have noticed. And then another key gap, like I earlier explained, that I noticed is that, yeah, they will attempt to follow this template. Now, from the who part, they will not write the who part from the end user perspective, or the persona perspective will not be the end user. The persona will be the developer. So they would say something like, as a developer, or as a web designer, that's what they would say. I want to be able to create self-paced agile courses. That's all. That's all I commonly see. Now, it's gonna take me so much time to really explain this to them, and then help them see why they should be writing the justification behind it, all of that. And it tends to be draining from the perspective of an agile coach, and also for the team, because over time the team will not be able to really connect to the purpose of the work they are doing, and then they end up with a solution that is not right. They end up with a solution that is not right. They end up with something, but it's not the right solution. So it discourages them. It's not motivating, and I wouldn't want my team to end up in that place. So to resolve these challenges that I've commonly faced in most of the environments that I've worked for, I have come up with this template. So now let's assess this current template, and I'm going to give you the gaps that this template, each area of this template will resolve. That is what I'm anticipating. So I call this, just like now we all have designed this, calling it the 5 W's of value-driven user stories. Current version. So starting with the why, I am intending this template to follow this sequence. This is intentional, starting with the why, because based on the fact that team members, going by the very first one we have analyzed here, where they start with capturing the, if they even following the template, capturing the who and the what, and then they just forget about the why. I think starting with the why will enable them to at least come up with a justification of why this work item should be developed. You see, so that will be the first thing they'll start with. Them starting with that again, like I said, it will clarify the justification on why this functionality should exist, number one. And then secondly, it will help developers to be able to justify where their effort should be going or how they should prioritize their effort. You see, that's another justification. And the third most important justification is that just coming up with the why, it helps these developers to be able to connect to the overall big picture of these products they are working on. Last but not the least, it helps draw momentum among the developers and create collaboration on how they would uncover the rest of the pieces. Drawing momentum, that is you just defining why you want to do this thing. If it makes sense to them, if it's something that is fulfilling to them, it will help them stay motivated on why they should do this, and they'll see the importance of it. So all of these 4 reasons are, for me, in my head, why I think the why should come first. And then it now brings us to the who. You see, the who now will capture the persona or the end user, you see. So, and then after that, they move to the what. The what now captures the work that has to be done. And then another addition to the existing traditional 3 key areas, I've added 2, which is what I call the when and the how. Now, talking about the when, I understand that most of the time, even most agile books says this, since the sprints are only 2 weeks for the most part, there's no need putting in timeline or anything like that. But this is the reality. I think capturing the when is important for 2 reasons. The very first reason why I think it's important is because it will help developers and the entire team, even the product owners, to better prioritize what they have as the things to be done, because we commonly face conflicting priorities. So I think it is very important, even within the sprints, especially in this day and age that we do continuous integration and continuous deployment. It's very important that we're able to list out the expected or the desired time box that we want this item to be complete. We can now use that information to prioritize how we do the work, even within just a 2-week sprint. That is the number 1 justification for me. And then the number 2 reason why I think the when is important is because, let's face reality, we have consistently said, oh, we really don't know when this will be done. As developers, as an agile team, we don't want to focus on timeline. We rather want to focus on quality. At the same time, we have seen the sponsors of this products still really see timeline as very, very important. This is not to say that we should traditionally know the principle of empiricism. No, we still want to prioritize the principle of empiricism, that is reverse engineering, evidence-based work planning approach. We still want to be able to keep that as a priority. However, we still also want to put some expected time box on when we should deliver this work that is following empirical approach. We want to keep that because leadership likes this. They like to see this information, as they need this information to make predictive business decisions, even within a sprint. You see, so I think it's very important, especially again in this day and age where, as agile coaches, as agile teams, we're expected to show our value. We are moving beyond just the standard telling these teams what's right and what's wrong. No, we are expected to show our value. And as showing our value, part of the thing is to do some of the things that leadership like to see or that are defined valuable to them. So you see, to me, these are the two reasons why I think putting in a time bottle is a good thing or is needed. And at the same time, too, it helps provoke conversation between the product team and the requester. You see, because just putting in that information, let's say they are saying, oh, they expect this to be done in 2 days. Right there, we are provoking conversation and setting clear expectation on to say something like, oh, wow, yeah, I mean, thank you for providing that information. However, based on the other priorities that we already have, we don't think this is possible. So right there, you're setting clear expectations with this person that is asking for this thing so that you all will be in alignment instead of them waiting for something that will clearly be unrealistic to be achieved within that timeline. You see, and now the last one is what I call the how. Now, I know that most of the time we say that the how is uncovered by the developers. Yes, that is very true. I totally agree with that. At the same time, I also think that this how is important to be incorporated in this template so that it will provoke the product owners and the people writing the user stories up to be able to uncover enough details that the developers will need to completely uncover the how. We are not expecting the product owners to be the most technical. No. This how only stays there as a guide to help them better slice the user stories as they think through the necessary details that the developers will need to deliver on that work. It will also help guide them to better slice these user stories and end up with vertically sliced user stories as opposed to horizontally sliced user stories, you see. So that is the purpose of the why on that template. Now, let's go inside this example of user story that I've written here. This, again, is a real user story per the work we are currently doing at Being Agile Consulting. So this is now going by the traditional template as a busy working professionals seeking agile expertise. I want the convenience of enrolling and instantly accessing impactful self-paced agile courses in order to advance my agile skills and knowledge instantly and conveniently without the need to wait for in-person sessions. I mean, we've had so many situations where people want to just enroll in a course right away. Meanwhile, a cohort already started, and they don't want to join that existing cohort since they will be behind. At the same time, the next cohort is starting in the next month, and now they feel like that's too late. So people have constantly asked us to come up with something that they can instantly just connect and take it self-paced based on their busy schedule as well and the time difference since we serve clients globally without having to wait for a new cohort to start, taking into account the time difference constraints. So now, this is the traditional template here, and this is my template. In order to advance my agile skills and knowledge instantly and conveniently without the need to wait for in-person sessions, that's the why right here, right? Going to the who, as a busy working professional seeking agile expertise. What? I want the convenience of enrolling and instantly accessing impactful self-paced agile courses. That's the what. And then the when now. So that I can initiate my learning journey by March 2024, aligning my growth with personal timelines. You see, right here, this helps us understand how we can prioritize this work among all the other work that we have to do, right? We know that, okay, this person would really appreciate if we can make this happen by March 24th. And again, going by personal timelines, this is relevant to this person because the person will be able to align this instant accessible learning opportunity with their own personal timelines. And then going to the how. This will guide them through a user-friendly online okay, I should have said this will guide me, that is going by the user perspective. This will guide me through a user-friendly online enrollment process, providing immediate access to valuable agile training and mentorship without the constraints of in-person scheduling. See? So right here is my template. Having something like this, I can guarantee you that your product owners will end up with mostly value-driven, outcome-driven user stories instead of output component-based user stories. So I'm going to stop sharing. That's it. Thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. I'm really eager to hear what you think, because this is a brand new concept that I'm developing, picking things from all the other existing templates and coming up with my own unique template, really based on the specific challenges or gaps that I've observed over my years as an Agile practitioner, that is an Agile trainer, an Agile coach, and a Scrum Master. So please let me know what you think. So before we go, I just want to say this. If you enjoy this content and you want to be able to learn more insight details in an overall Agile training, mentorship, and coaching, please visit our website. That's our contact information right there. We will be more than happy to help you through this Agile journey. That is, if you're looking to become a Scrum Master, you're just starting off on this journey, you don't have any certification yet, we can train you through our customized Agile training certification program, which is what we call the level 1 program. And once you're able to understand the concept and pass your certification, we don't just leave you hanging, which is what most people do out there. We have a well-defined Scrum Master mentoring program. That is what we call the level 2 program, that helps you gain hands-on experience. We all know that as you apply for these jobs, employers want people with hands-on experience that the certification program doesn't give you. So our level 2 program will give you the opportunity to participate, to lead a live project, and through that you'll be able to play the role of a Scrum Master, you'll be able to play the role of a developer, you'll also be able to play the role of a product owner. That way you have a well-rounded experience as an Agile practitioner. And not just that, we also have what we call the level 3 program. The level 3 program is designed for those that are already working on the ground but are facing challenges to impact the organization. They come to us, we help them on the daily challenges. That way they are standing out in the organization, they gain their full confidence, and they are able to believe in their skills, their competency, and their knowledge. And we also have consulting. If you want just a quick consulting, also feel free to book us. Now, this is for Agile coaches. If you are aspiring to become an Agile coach, say you are already a Scrum Master, you're already a project manager, a release train engineer, product owner, whatever you are, and you love what Agile coaches do, you just don't know how to become one, we have what we call the Agile Coaches Mentoring Program, which is designed for aspiring and practicing Agile coaches. It is a 2-month-long boot camp, hands-on program. Connect with us on our website and have everything it takes for you to be able to thrive in your Agile journey. We are that one-stop shop that helps, and we've been helping thousands of people so far succeed in their endeavor as Agile practitioners. Thank you so much. I hope to see you in the upcoming class and talk to you soon. Bye.